studio apartment with his son and his wife.
Yeah.
And he is so happy to go to work in the factory every day.
Wow.
You know, he goes, he does his thing, and he doesn't complain, and he reads the Bible at night.
Amen.
And his life is good. Like, and that's fine too. My dad took it very different.
That's what me and my sister were talking about earlier. Is like, my professor said, if you are to be honest and don't have a spiritual practice, then develop one. That's what my professor said. He said, then develop one. Because if not, all you're going to have to rely on is drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's joy beyond what we can fathom.
That's a bar right there. Hold on.
No, there is joy beyond what we can fathom. Like, it's just like, the nature of things is good. And it's a matter of seeking the good. Like, you know, like.
And it won't be good if you don't want to see it that way.
Yeah.
If you want to see it as bad, and if you want to see your situation as shitty, well, I don't know. It's kind of
your choice.
a little. I mean,
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's some really shitty situations, but like, I've been so inspired by how some people are able to,
yeah,
you know, overcome that.
Without joy, there is no sorrow, and without sorrow, there's no joy. And it's that idea that it's like, I was writing about this earlier this week. I had a class about slavery in New York. And in my essay, I was like telling the teacher how I didn't want to take the class initially because I didn't want to know about the suffering that occurred like in the space that I live. But I was like, as a result of this class, I've left with the spirit of my ancestors. And like, I know myself better and more fully. And I'm like, I can be, it's like there's no such thing as not doing, it's like I am, like, it's like, we can do anything. Like, we're the spirit of God inside of us. And like, there's so much joy that comes with pain. And like, pain that comes from joy. And I'm so glad to feel and be able to like, know the truth. Like the eternal truth. That is suffering and joy. In suffering. There's no such thing.
It's what you make of it. I made a documentary a long time about my godfather, and the kind of premise of the documentary, you know, we were talking about money, is that like he lives on $9,000 a year. Like he doesn't work, he just gets Social Security checks, and he gets $9,000 a year.
Where does he live at?
He lives in like a project building in Huntington Beach, California. And it's like you know, where it's like they take like a third of your income.
Do you want to mess around with the camera?
So the rent is...
You don't want to mess it up. I don't know where you get
You just pointed at whatever. It's already
So
But keep going, and then it's like I started the documentary with this thing where it's like the state of California considers this a state of extreme poverty, right? Like that's how I opened the documentary. Like this is extreme poverty.
Oh wow, you made a documentary.
Yeah. So it's like $9,000. But it's just he had a kind of certain. I mean, not
joy.
He made a choice to not work, and he figured out how to get his Social Security checks, and he figured out how to just coast and spend zero money. He gets his food stamps, he goes to the thing, and it's like, that's an option, that's okay. You don't need to hustle if you don't want to, you just have to.
Who's the biggest hustler you know?
My dad.
Wow.
But he regrets it, kind of.
Everything is good.
Everything's good.
And that's the thing is like each day is new too. I was telling myself this